it's a missed I won't say a missed opportunity, but obviously that's how the German society itself are, and I won't attribute that to just black Germans.
Mm,
Maybe white Germans are probably the same
yeah.
thing. Like, because I find that sometimes, in the UK, someone can compliment you about something. You're
Mm,
like, yeah, you get me. That's me,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's normal. It's like
Mm,
banter. But
mm,
here, I do that, and people look at me like, okay, like sort of
yeah.
like I'm bragging kind of thing.
I think what you can contribute that to is that obviously Hamburg specifically like is a very tight community, like it's
Mm,
a small community,
mm,
and everyone's so familiar with each other, and obviously familiarity breeds contempt in
mm,
it. So um you'll be quick to find people like not being jealous, but they would like say like, why don't you just move a bit more humble? Why?
mm,
Who do you think you are? Like talking about yourself like that in such a manner. So
mm,
I don't know, man. Like I think that kind of is one of the reasons as well why people don't really put themselves out there
mm.
like that. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's gonna be a culture shift that I don't think I can make.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But you better get used to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So being that that's the case, how else do you think that we can inspire the younger people coming up? How else do you think maybe people like me, you, and all the other people in Germany who are seemingly doing well for themselves, how can they inspire the youth?
Huh, I don't know. So that's a good question. I personally think it's just maybe just putting yourself out there, man. Maybe starting to speak about what you do,
Mm,
and even if that's within just your community. But doing that, I've had a couple of people approach me on LinkedIn, asking for help on how to apply for certain jobs. So whenever I can, I always help.
mm,
I'm always ready to help people that
mm,
wanna work in my field, or
mm,
if I can direct them to someone else
mm,
who works in the field that they want to work
mm,
in. Yeah, but there's definitely like there's so much more I can do. There's
mm,
more others can do as well, but I think it's just attributed to this humbleness that
mm,
people tend to have
mm,
over here.
mm. I mean, it's a good thing. Humility is always important, and is always a characteristic that that's good in people. I do, however, think that especially as a minority,
Mm,
and people who don't exactly get the opportunities that others get, I do think that sometimes we may have to kind of shift that to the side a little bit and let
mm,
people kind of see what can be.
yeah,
When I mean, for a long part of my time here, when I since I've lived here, I've been looking out for kind of black middle class people, and I wasn't seeing any. So I
mm,
thought maybe there's just not a black middle class in
mm.
Hamburg.
Yeah, I
There
think
is,
that
though. Yeah.
there is, but you just struggle to find them. Um, where I mean, the thing what I said earlier as well, there's not a lot of us here. Like, obviously we see each other very visible when we're around town, and we see each other like, because obviously we stand out from the masses because we're black. But there's not a lot of us here. So, for example, if you compare it like with a place like London, for example, like black people make up like 13%
Mm,
of the population over there. That's over a million people in London. Do you know what I mean? And here, I think we're maybe like just over like 20,000 people, 30,000 people in Hamburg.
mm,
So I think to find the middle class, the black middle class, is going to be hard regardless. But they're here. They're
mm.
definitely here. Yeah.
Yeah, I've met a few people, and I've thought to myself, okay, so they're definitely here.
Mm,
The question is, where you come across these people.
mm,
Where's the space where you come across these people? Um, so in in respect to what you do, and your workplace, and where you work, how is that experience? Is it something, because I in the UK, for example, after the whole George Floyd thing, I think there was a little bit more of a diversity kind
mm.
of focus going on. Did that happen here, or is it still happening? How does it look like now?
I think there's other minorities that take priority. I think we're a bit further down the pecking order.
Mm,
I don't want to mention the minorities, but
mm,
yeah. So I think, like I said, with time, like for me, my workplace, for example, we have like over 1,000 people in the Hamburg office, and until what November, I didn't see another black person in the office,
wow.
and I'm always faced if there's like a new receptionist, for example. and I walk into the office, and they're not familiar with my face, they give me this look as in like, "Are you not going to register? Who are you here to see?"
Mm,
And it's just those subtle things where you
mm,
just, yeah, you face them, but it is what it is.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah.
that's interesting. Because I was saying to Martina in the first episode that one of the differences that I find in Germany, between Germany and the UK, is that in the UK, somehow the wider population has accepted black people into their workplaces.
Mm,
Not so much in Germany,
yeah, yeah.
but in Germany, the wider population has accepted black people into their homes
Mm-hmm,
because you see a lot more of interracial friendships
mm-hmm,
in Germany than in the
mm-hmm.
UK. Is it just me or?
Now I understand what you're saying. I just think that in general, like we've, I think it just stems from like parents like not integrating, making sure that the children get the best possible education to then get those white collar jobs
Mm,
basically, and that's why I think it just stems down to like you're perfectly right. Most of my friends, I didn't have a lot of like in my era a lot of black friends. They were all like Turkish, white American, Brazilian, Indian, and we all just blended with each other.
mm,
But when it comes to the workplace, you seldomly find like a lot of black people,
mm,
well, in my field anyway. So
mm,
yeah,
mm. Do you have any any clue as to why that is?
um, I
Because
don't
if you're
know.
getting along outside of work, I think that wouldn't that translate to kind of work as well?